All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning to another little live stream. Right now, or today, we're going to go over just the little setups that we see in the pre-market and see how they play out. Currently, this is the one thing that I'm watching, is this little animal, seeing if it will give us that downside. I'm liking the way this 15 is forming out. The only thing that's, you know, not the best for me is just the fact that this is a new hour. It did come into this 50 CE of the wick, so rejecting nicely right now. We can possibly see an S&D day, so S&D is a seek and destroy model, right? So that's where it takes out both sides. Let me show you guys if I can find a little picture. Daily plan. Where is this girl? It's like right now. Must have that image somewhere way back here. Yep. Okay. Let's take a gander here. Let's kind of come down and show it on our charts. So the animal, right? That's the pattern right here. Okay. So we have our London session, or we have our Asia session. We have our London session, right? Are these delineated as London session or Asia session, London session? So New York session can see, right? Sweep the London low, come up to the London high. Just because London swept Asia high, right? Swept Asia low. We would want to see possibly this take out London low. And then from there, we can see a nice reversal. That's basically, that's the basic principle of it and what we are looking for in this current market condition, right? I mean, obviously it doesn't have to happen. It is just a speculation, but that is our if then plan. 4 hour, obviously we still have an hour left in that 4 hour candle, so they can do with it whatever they want to do. I don't know if I see it coming down all the way necessarily, right? But at least a retrace into this OTE range right here, that would be something that I'm willing to just kind of consider and think about of like, yeah, if we came into this OTE, right, of this huge range, then I can see a bounce, possibly retest this London opening session right there. That'd be pretty cool to see, right? Let's see if at least point B of this animal gets hit right there. Right, that is point B. That will be good enough for us because technically, like, the animal that never has to complete fully, which realistically only needs to do that completion at point B. Right, there's your little tip on the animals today. What it needs to do right here, it needs to displace this 21,336.75. If we look on the 1 minute, that was our level over here for a little bit. It was this low that got swept. So right now, what we need on this 5 minute is for it to displace and continue down. Same thing on that 15, right? If we don't do that, then and it's still playing out, right? Well, let it ride, let it run, let it do its thing. 5 minutes left in the 15-minute candle, so it can, and possibly this hourly could come back low, right? This is a little blunt-ish looking on that hour. The fact that we haven't swept the top of it is just the only thing, right? Oh, that's a sell candle. Swept that, or didn't sweep this, but swept the previous 5 minute candle. See if she wants to. Goes this right there, 21,333. I hope that is making sense to y'all. It's like kind of on the higher time frame, right? On the higher time frame, we are also a little consolidating, almost broadening formation. And come on. Order filled, beautiful. Took some shorts from over here down to here, right? Playing that downside animal. We also had some shorts all the way from that top. Over here, we had a fair value gap. Right, so it revisited it. Let's see if we get the completion of it now. See, that 705 would be just fucking solid, right? That's all we want. Okay, on that note, I need to exit all my... There she goes. Turn off this so people can see. And we are getting, I think we're getting our target. Yeah, on the 1 minute, I was looking at it with the fact that we kind of had a little, like if you look on the 1 minute, right? On the 1 minute, we had this liquidity right here, and that's what I'm targeting right now. Or that's what I was targeting with this trade, where it got off of that fair value gap, right? Let me see if I still have that rectangle. Yeah. So it came back, retested that right there again, and now looking like it might want it. This was posted on our Discord chat for anyone wondering. So check out www.papertraders.io, and that will be your kind of go-to website to see what we were doing, to see what paper traders are up to. Let's see. It's kind of from here at least for me, this is now like I had this set up. Now it's probably wait until open and see what that gives us. Maybe, right, maybe we do get that sell to the downside and completely clear this 4 hour, and the next 4 hour can just give us an outside 4 hour, right? So that is where I come over here, right? Or let me hide these up. Put these into our Wednesday journal. So just so that we're not cluttering our charts, right? Always immediately get rid of things that are not on there that I don't need anymore necessarily after I take my trade, so that I'm ready for the next trade, right? Your next trade, this is the mindset that I'm also trying to get into of like, all right, I took that trade, that was to the downside, right? Now I can look for whatever trade. It can go to the upside, it can go to the downside. I don't care, right? It's for me now, it's more of like what is the next setup, not necessarily what is the next like what is the next move to the downside kind of thing, right? It's like it doesn't matter what is the next trade regardless of the move. Hit the 618 right there, right? I think we hit almost the D point of the animal D point lines up with the 705. Doesn't have to go there, right? I mean, technically it's 643. Like we can make it 618, right? So like if we make it 618, it's just about, I mean, just about that point, just about 705. Yeah. That's kind of like, if we are looking for a bounce, that's kind of where we want to see that happen. So new 15-minute opened up right now, right? We displaced this initial 15-minute fair value gap. Now we're looking for, okay, is this 15-minute fair value gap going to support us, or are we going to go down further into this fair value gap, right? That liquidity also lines up, right? Given if it is a S&D day, then it doesn't really matter what we have to the downside or the upside. That is mostly a play on liquidities of like, all right, if we swept the top, we can't displace above the previous day high, probably going to go take out this shit. If we take this out and we can't displace below it, then we're probably going to go back up over here, right? And there's your, we can draw a little channel too. off of these highs, just like that, right? There's your seek and destroy profile, a little megaphone thing, right? It's kind of what we're working with here. Right, so with that, if we want to see downside, right, we kind of had that little market structure shift right there. Not necessarily, we don't have any significant displacement to the downside yet, right, after sweeping this liquidity. We did have one, right, and that held pretty nicely, right? The bodies respected it well. So right now we're looking for it to continue to hold. The 618, the 618, 786s need to break to the downside in order for us to come in over here into these ranges, right? We're still playing this little expansion, little megaphone, whatever you want to call it, S&D. But we're more cautious now because we have swept. We are technically in discount of this range, right, of this dealing range. So we've like we always talk about, right? We go from externals to internals to externals, right? So this is an external liquidity, right? It got swept. This is an external liquidity. This is an external liquidity, right? So then we take this range as our range. We swept the external liquidity right here. So now if we're looking at this whole range, technically, right now, looking at this range, then our discount is much lower, right? The 705 is pretty low as well. Oop, right there. 705 lines up with that fair value gap, right? So that is now we're looking for it to come down into the internal ranges and into that internal liquidity of this whole range, right? But now this is still our external. So if all of these internal liquidities do not hold, then we're going to go for this external. And then from there, from this external, right, now this whole range, whatever it's going to end up being, like if it's sell down over here, bounce somewhere right there, come up like that, right? Now we can see, is it going to go back into internals and then reject back down, or is it going to go into internals, cook through them, and go back for externals? That's kind of a speculation that we have. I think that's it on that note. I mean, short and sweet, right? These morning streams are nothing huge, nothing big. Let's see how crypto's doing. Crypto's doing a little iffy right now. We're not huge fans of it, right? But we want to see if it is able to cook. Like we said, it could, bounce around and do this stupid thing where it just does fucking fuck all, right? That's why we have our stops in place. That's why we have everything in place and just kind of are speculating, watching, seeing what price wants to do, seeing what needs to happen on these. Let's check out Link. Link coming into that. Magic. Well, it does not want to get above that monthly, but we want to see above that monthly in order for us to continue up. Dog. Doge. As long as if we can get above some of these levels, then we can see a nice continuation up. But with these ones, right, so far, looking sully. Possible reversal over here, but on the 15-minute, still looking a little froggy. That's gonna be That's gonna be the read on the market that I have for y'all this morning. I don't have much else. All right, the way this 4 hours forming out is looking a little decent. I'm liking it. In order for us we can make this whole 4 hour outside, actually. Right, so we could have back-to-back outside 4 hours. So this one will come on and sweep this right there in the hour that it has left. And then the next one sweep the bottom of it, and then come back up and take that wick. That is just a speculation, right? We want to see how this next hourly opens and see what that next hourly candle wants to do. It's coming up in 9 minutes. So I'll just stay tuned for that. We'll wait around for it. We'll see what happens. Likely we want to wait for that New York session and see what they actually want to do, how they want to play this out. Want to wait on those moves to come to us. All right. On that note, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. As always, make sure you check out at the Hayes Beats. Phenomenal trader, phenomenal guy. Check out his Blowfin deal if you guys are wanting to start trading crypto. I highly suggest checking out Blowfin. Great platform. Check out Hayes Beats deal. That's on this page. I think it's pinned to the top of his page. So make sure you'll check that out. If you're looking to start up in crypto or looking to switch brokers, maybe whatever you want to do, right? So it's a good way to do it. I think they have like a deposit bonus or something going on. So check that out. Check out www.papertraders.io. This is going to be your go-to website for everything, like I've said before. If you go to the bottom of that page, you're going to see a nice little link that takes you to our previously streamed live streams. So check it out. That's how you'll be able to stay up to date of what we've covered in the past and kind of see our track record of those things. And yeah, check out the tools that we have. We have the Trader Journal. We have the ICT Candle Creator. We have great tools on there, right? Check those out. And as always, check out Big Timmy Hedge. Great trader as well. He provides a completely different view of the markets, unlike anyone I've ever seen, right? He's got this little tips and tricks. He's backtested for a long time, and he kind of knows the way things function and the patterns to look for, right? Because realistically, market moves on an algorithm, right? As much as everybody wants to deny it, there's patterns, there's everything that happens and happens again in the future in each month that we can kind of notate and see. On that, if you guys enjoyed the stream, give it a like, give it a share. Always appreciate it. Check out Paper Traders at the Paper Traders on Twitter as well. There's a little giveaway going on. So if you find that little entry point, so it's like, retweet, and then tag a friend under that post, and then you'll be eligible for a chance to win a lifetime subscription with us. Other than that, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being here on this early live stream. Enjoy your cup of coffee, grab a snack before the market opens, and we'll see you later tonight. I should be streaming back around 10 Eastern, 10, 11 Eastern, 10:30 or so. On that, we'll see you.